Thank you for listening to our favorite interviews. From Florida with Arts is proud to present Freida Fitzgerald. She tells us about her new short story, Blue House, and what she looks for in a pen. Enjoy! Good morning and welcome to another edition of From Florida with Arts. I am your host, George C. Sebastian. I am joined today by my co-host and my co-friend, Mickey St. John.
Mickey St. John.
Mickey, how are you today?
George, I am wonderful. I found on the road a 1943 nickel. I'm pretty sure it's worth a fortune.
That sounds rare.
Rare like my steak.
Do you like a rare steak?
I love it. I want it mooing, George. Mooing. Mooing.
Our guest today is one Freida Fitzgerald. She is a short fiction writer.
She's not that short, George.
You're right, Mickey. You're right. She is a very tall woman. And she's from the country of Canada, but now lives full-time in Florida, and I call that a converted snowbird.
Hilarious.
Thank you, Mickey. Freida, how are you?
I'm doing great. What about you, George?
I am doing fantastic. Mickey?
Oh, so good. That nickel.
Freida, can I call you Freida?
I actually prefer Miss Fitzgerald.
Okay, great. Any relation to Scott F?
You mean F. Scott.
So, we're here today to talk about your short story, Blue House. It was just recently published in FLARTS magazine. And your main character, Claire, is bedridden.
I've written a bed.
Claire is bedridden in Montana, and that sounds like a horrible way to spend a summer vacation.
Well, yes, she actually lives there with her family in the middle of nowhere.
That's great.
Yes, except for the fact that she's, bedridden.
Again, I wrote a bed.
Did something happen to her legs?
No, she has...
Wait, you know what? Don't tell me. I'm going to read the book.
Sure. I would like if you did.
What are some of your favorite words?
That's a really tough question. Have you ever heard the word petrichor?
Freida, please remember, this is a public broadcast.
No. It's nothing bad. It actually means the pleasant smell after a long rain.
Oh my, that sounds
Wet,
wonderful.
yes. Oh,
Do you remember our childhood in Maine?
I sure do.
Those
Absolutely.
fall mornings when the
Our
dew
city.
was just dripping down each blade of grass.
You know, I used to
leaves-
jump into those leaves, George. Those wet ones. Slithering around.
Slithering. That's a nice word. Freida, what other words do you enjoy?
Well, I do like words with S sounds. Superfluous, meaning unnecessary.
Well, that definition was superfluous. Freida, it is just lovely to talk to a fellow writer. And I see here in my notes that you are very particular about the writing utensil that you use. What do you look for in a pen?
Yes, tell us what your favorite pen is.
Well, I need something firm,
Oh,
something that's not too big for my hand.
oh yeah.
You know, Freida, maybe we could talk about, do you have a specific type of stationery that you prefer?
I do. I have my own personalized stationery with my initials on it. I use it for every letter that I write.
You know, I have always said that letter writing is a lost art form in itself.
Wait,
I mean, when we
aren't
write
we always
letters,
writing letters? I mean, like every time you write a sentence, you're like, there's a bunch of letters in there.
yeah, yes, Mickey.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
Yes.
letters. I'm just,
Yeah.
because of
Well-
the words and the, I'm just saying.
Yes, Mickey. Freida, drag racing. Really? You don't strike me as the vroom type.
Well, I don't drive the cars I watch.
Okay. And what do you look for in a drag race?
Well, of course it has to be exciting. It has to inspire something.
You ever find it on your roads when the drag race? Are they on the roads? These drag races? Doesn't matter. So, I'm just curious. You gotta look out for a lot of things when you're drag racing. You gotta look out for, are people, are there cars? Are the cops gonna show up? Do you have to watch out for gators?
Gator.
Alligators.
I've never...
Florida alligators.
I've never seen an alligator on a road.
Mickey, you've always been obsessed with these gators.
They're just, they touch me.
We didn't have gators in Canada, so
We didn't have gators in Cambridge.
I think it has something to do with the climate.
You might be onto something there, George. You might be onto something big.
The rhetoric of automobiles has always fascinated me, Freida. When you look at a story and you sit down, do you say, what type of car is this character going to drive?
Well, of course, the car denotes personality.
Doesn't it?
Of the driver, of course.
Doesn't it?
Yes. What kind of car did you drive?
Actually, Freida, I take the bus. I find it just, you get to meet people.
I do a Geo Metro.
That's a very small car.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. No, I wasn't trying to say anything.
I mean, it's convenient and it works.
Sure.
Yeah, no, it's Geo Metro.
That's about all the time we have today on From Florida with Arts. I would like to thank our co-host, Mickey St. John.
Mickey St. John.
And of course, I would like to thank our guest, Freida Scott Fitzgerald. She has been a pleasure to speak with. She has the new short story out, Blue House. She has her personalized stationery and a rejection letter from the Atlantic.